What up and welcome to the Beneath the Dirt podcast. I'm your host, Rombone. Thank you for tuning in. Episode 204 in the motherfucking What's good, everybody? Thank you for tuning in, whether you're on YouTube or your favorite podcasting app. And what's really good out there? How y'all doing? Summertime is here, motherfucker. It's hot as shit. Sweating my motherfucking ass off. Shit. How the fuck y'all doing? Staying safe, all that good shit? Good. If not, get safe, motherfucker. But we here, we live in a fucking effect. A lot of shit to talk about this week. A lot. Gathering lineup, festivals galore, 25 years of Milenko, all that shit. But before we get into that, I want to send a shout out to Scott Matthews and Chris Shaw for sending in donations this week. Much fucking love. Thank y'all for the donations. Super appreciated as always. Thank you for the donations. Seriously, thank you very much. And yeah, donations, fucking fresh. Love that shit. If you haven't checked it out, I did promote it up on my pages, but I hopped on the Speaky Cloud podcast with Mike Sears, and we reviewed Deftones' Around the Fur, the full album. We reviewed it last week. It's up on the Speaky Cloud podcast YouTube channel on YouTube. Go peep that shit. It was mad fun talking about this album. I love Deftones, one of my all-time favorite bands. Around the Fur, my second favorite album from them. It is celebrating its 25th anniversary later this year. But we did the album review, and that's up on YouTube. So go peep that. If you fuck with Deftones, you'll fuck with that review because it was a lot of fun. It was super dope. And shout out to Mike Sears for having me on that shit. That shit was a lot of fun, man. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It was good times. But yeah. And I want to shout out to everybody who hits me up. I get every once in a while, seems like one message, DM, fucking comment on YouTube. Are you signed to Chapter 17? Are you signed to Mob Style? Are you signed to M&E? I ain't signed to nobody. Nobody. Just because I talk about all this shit, I promote these people's labels and whatever, does not mean I'm signed to anybody. I'm just good at talking about what I like. And it just so happens I like a lot of shit on Chapter 17. I like a lot of shit on Mob Style. I like a lot of shit on M&E. A lot of shit on Psychopathic. Like, just because I talk about this shit consistently doesn't mean I'm signed to anybody. I ain't signed to fucking nobody. Only contract I don't sign is the motherfucking deal with the devil. Oof, that was a rough one. Still going through it. It's tough getting out of that contract. But yeah, I ain't fucking signed to nobody. I guess I do appreciate the thought of people thinking I'm signed to somebody, but I ain't signed to nobody, man. It's Beneath the Dirt. It's what the fuck I do. Beneath the Dirt is my shit. And yeah, it's the only thing I know, and this is what the fuck I'm doing, man. I don't know what else to say, but I guess I appreciate the thought, if anything, I suppose. Well, let's get into some new music. This week, we got a new single from Jarren Benton, the 1700th single in the last 3 years from Jarren Benton. This one's Jarren Benton and Demrick, produced by Johnny Slash, called Fuck Your Favorite Artist. Now, I'm going to be honest. This weekend was a busy-ass weekend for me. It's actually 11 p.m. Sunday night. I'm recording this right now, and I got to be up at like 6 and shit. So I just had a busy-ass weekend. I didn't get to listen to any new music that dropped this week. Just straight up. I didn't get to listen to any new music that dropped this week, but we still going to talk about it. Jarren Benton dropped a new single with Demrick, produced by Johnny Slash, called Fuck Your Favorite Artist. That's available everywhere. Mayday and Wax, not only are they going on tour, they dropped a new single called Need to Be. That is available everywhere as well. Peep that shit. Chetta, we talked about Chetta last week, signed to G59 Records, Suicide Boys record label. He dropped his new album, Been Here Forever, I believe it's called. I'm definitely going to peep this out at some point because that single that that I listened to last week was fucking fire. That was featuring Suicide Boys. So I'm definitely going to peep this dude's album this week. Haven't got around to it yet, like I said already, but that's out everywhere. Cody Manson, he dropped his new album, Lyrical Snuff. E8 fucking I'm sorry. Cody Manson dropped E equals MC Skelter. That is available everywhere via Lyrical Snuff Productions. Majik Duce dropped a new single called Cautious. Majik Duce is the shit. I'm sure this is fucking fire. This dude is really fucking dope in the underground. Been around forever. Talked about this dude a bunch of times, but he dropped a new single this past week. And of course, the playlist, the weekly bumps playlist, all that shit I just talked about is on the playlist. Go peep the weekly bumps playlist on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Music. I know I will be this week because I didn't get a chance to listen to any of this shit. But yeah, peep the playlist. Go peep all that new shit. Sucks I didn't get a chance to get around to it, but like I said, I had a busy ass fucking weekend this week. Just doing a lot of stuff this weekend and just didn't really get time to bump much music, unfortunately, this weekend. But I mean, we got shit to talk about though. We got a lot of shit to talk about. Actually, another new project that dropped this week. It's not up on digital yet. It might hit digital this Friday. I don't know. We'll just have to wait for the official word from Buckshot. But the pre-orders for Mr. Gray's Operation Delirium are live as promised by Buckshot and Mr. Gray. So you can pre-order Mr. Gray's Operation Delirium. If you get one of the Solomon's Blueprint bundle or the Inner Skull bundle, you get the Berserkers album, which is Buckshot and Mr. Gray, with it, including coins, jerseys, USB drives, stickers, magnets, all that shit. The fresh hookup from Mob Style, as they always fucking do. I've seen some people already get the album in their hands. So if you pre-ordered it, it's probably already on its way. Be getting it. It should be hitting digital soon. I'm sure Buckshot will probably announce that this week or, in the near future at least. So be on the lookout for that. The pre-orders are live though. Mr. Gray's Operation Delirium, entirely produced by Seven. Man, fucking fire. Seven. Now diving deeper into the fucking underground, after working with Strange for all those years. I love it. I love to see it. But some of the big news that dropped this week, we just saying we ain't going to really waste no fucking time. Let's get right into it. The Gathering of Dreams lineup has been announced. The past couple weeks, we've been getting a few artists here and there. And last week they did the same thing, but Friday came and they dropped the entire lineup. No infomercial. I think we'll get into that in a minute, but we do have the entire lineup for the 22nd annual Gathering of the Juggalos, the Gathering of Dreams, going down in Ohio. A lot of motherfuckers on this bill, man. ICP, of course. Babytron. Babytron's like an upcoming dude out of Detroit, son of one of the guys from Motown Rage, if I remember correctly. Big Hoodoo. Egyptian Lover. Isham will be in the motherfucking house. We've already talked about that. Fat Nick will be in the house. Hex. Horror. KRS-One. Large Professor. Mike E. Clark will be in the house at the Gathering. Mike E. Clark's return to the Gathering of the Juggalos. I believe that was a Violent J dream, according to the schedule. They did put out the schedule as well, but Mike E. Clark is in the fucking high at the Gathering this year, doing his own thing at the fucking Gathering. Mushroom Head will be there. Odd Squad family, Onyx, Ouija Mac, Puya and Fat Nick. Those are the buffet boys. But Puya will be in the house. Sir Mix-a-Lot, Slick Rick, the Executioners. And those are the big lineups, on the big names on the flyer for the Gathering of the Juggalos this year. And we got some more names though. Don't get it fucked up. We got ICP Super Mix Juggalo Jukebox Show. I think that's, I don't know what the fuck that is, actually. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know. They might have already announced it, and I probably already talked about it, and I done forgot. But hey, is what it is. DJ Carlito, DJ Clay, DJ Chunk will all be in the house doing the hours in that motherfucker. Let's see. Clownvis, Fams in the Hooligans. Let's see. Green Jelly will be in the fucking house. Keegan the Creep Ass will be there. Legs Diamond. Not only will Mikey Clark be in the house, but Legs Diamond will be in the doing his fucking thing at the Gathering. Lyrical Snuff Productions, Gorehounds of Snuff have their own set. They're actually headlining. We'll break that down in a minute when I talk about the timeline of the Gathering. Mad Max, Marinus of Players Lounge Crew will be in the house. Motown Rage, just talked about them. Rude Boy in the house. Scythe Gang 666, Trey Pound, Schizo, Super Famous Fun Time Guys. A lot of people are geeked about Super Famous Fun Time Guys being in the for the Gathering of the Juggalos. Vampiro will be there and so much more. There's a bunch of names I left out on that shit, but that is the names of interest for me that are playing the Gathering this year. And man, some dope people. I see a lot of people hating on the lineup. That's how it goes every year. But let's kind of break down the fucking lineup. And let's do it day by day, right? Starts Wednesday, August 3rd. Wraps up Saturday, August 6th. August 3rd is the Juggalo Dream Day. Hosted by Mankini. Main stage. Hosted by Mankini with Devereaux and Shaggy the Airhead. It says DJ Devereaux. DJ Devereaux gonna be up in that motherfucker. I was shit. But yeah. Fucking A, man. It's going down. The one thing of note, the Gathering of the Juggalos podcasts live. A lot of Juggalo podcasts weren't invited to the Gathering of the Juggalos and will be there doing their podcast thing. This is probably the perfect time to announce that I will not be at the Gathering this year. Sorry to disappoint you. But yeah, I will not be at the Gathering. But shout out to everybody, all the other Juggalo podcasts. I know Carnival Spirits will be there. I know Deck One Dealt will be there. Trying to remember off the top of my head who else will be there. Juggalo podcast wise, Fago Lovers will be there, of course. Even though, I mean, I guess they got the podcast with the five piece crew. Trying to think of anybody. I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head. But shout out to all the Juggalo podcasts that will be at the Gathering this year. They got the Movies Tent. They got the Nightmare Stage, which features like more underground acts. But for the main stage on the Juggalo Dream Day, Marinus of Players Lounge Crew will be playing. That's fucking dope. I don't remember. I mean, shit. I mean, last time Players Lounge was there was when they were obviously still a group, like 07, 08 maybe. Been a minute. I think since PLC was the thing, but dope to see Marinus back up on the stage at the Gathering, because Players Lounge Crew back in the day was the fucking shit. If you remember, they were the finalists up against Axe Murder Boys in the Underground Psychos contest for the contract at Psychopathic Records. People are still butthurt about PLC losing that shit, myself included. I thought they should have won. As much as I fuck with AMB, At the time, PLC should have won that shit. Is what it is. We got super famous fun time guys on main stage at the Gathering this year. A lot of people are geeked for that shit. That's pretty dope. Super famous fun time guys being at the Gathering of the Juggalos, main staging at the Gathering. And this just kind of proves that if you are not directly MNE affiliated, you can play the fucking Gathering. You will be invited to play the Gathering. If Allah Zuli Lu was not signed to Magic Ninja Entertainment and they were just Long Live Evil, like super famous fun time guys, I have no doubt in my mind that Zul would be at the Gathering. But the M&E affiliation and all that shit will prevent artists from being at the Gathering, unfortunately. But it just is what it is. And then we got Lyrical Snuff Productions, Gorehounds of Snuff, headlining Wednesday night at around 11 p.m., throwing it the fuck down for an hour set. That's dope. To see LSP back in the motherfucking building. Scum even released a statement talking about being invited back to the Gathering. He wrote, "We are hella excited to announce that we will once again be performing at this year's Gathering of the Juggalos, my 8th or 9th one performing. It's been a while and it's time. It's been a while and every time it's an amazing experience that I look forward to. Truly, more details are coming, but LSP is definitely going to be hella deep this year with a Snuff Castle slang and merch all 4 days, a major surprise banger of an LSP album dropping at the Gathering, quite a few of our artists making appearances on that stage, and so much more." And he just goes on to thank people and glad and thankful that they are playing the Gathering of the Juggalos. LSP back in the motherfucking headlining the Juggalo Dream night, Wednesday night. That's super fucking dope and very well deserved. Very well deserved. Scum and LSP been holding it down for the underground, busting their fucking ass, doing their fucking thing. And yeah, definitely deserved. And yeah, man, props to them. And then back on the Nightmare stage later that night, HB the Grizzly, Schizo, Mad Max, and a couple others going down late night on the Nightmare stage. Thursday night, August 4th, Jump Steady's Dream, main stage host Rude Boy and DJ Chunk on the Eras. Nightmare stage during the day, we got McNasty in the fucking That's super dope. Props to McNasty getting back at the Gathering. Motown Rage will be there during the day. Legs Diamond and Green Jelly headlining the Nightmare stage during the day. And then the Joke Your Mind stage, the main stage at night, we got the Odd Squad family, Fat Nick, Steel Panther, question mark. I don't know what that question mark is, but somebody will obviously be in that spot for the question mark around 9:30. Who knows what the fuck that is? Maybe some kind of announcement. Who knows? Puya will be going on around 10 p.m. And then ICP Super Mix Juggalo Jukebox Show, the headlining event for the Joke Your Mind main stage Thursday night, hosted by Rude Boy and DJ Chunk. The Nightmare stage late night show will have performances from Mushroom Head, Scythe Gang, Group Home, and Onyx. How the fuck they landed Group Home? I believe Onyx has played before, so not super surprised. But Group Home, like goddamn, like these dudes went super old school with the hip hop acts for this year's Gathering. Fat Nick and Puya performing that night. That's dope. If you fuck with Suicide Boys and that type of shit, Fat Nick and Puya is right up that alley. And shit, Puya might even perform Southside Suicide. That shit would be fucking fire. So dope to see those two guys performing. And then we got Friday, August 5th, Violent J's Dream. During the day on the Nightmare stage, we got, let's see, Famzy and the Hooligan headlining that bitch. Ain't nobody else I heard of. Sorry, but I just haven't. Main stage, Joke Your Mind stage, Roadside Ghost, who was on the Yum Yum Bedlam album, Hex, Babytron, Mike E. fucking Clark, Sir Mix-a-Lot, and then headlined by Ouija Mac. Okay. Mikey Clark returning to the gathering. Even though he is producing a la Zuli Lou's album, Mikey Clark and ICP's history just goes too fucking deep for him not to be at the gathering. And it's dope to see him at the gathering on Violent J's Dream Day. That's super fucking dope. And did I say Violent J's Dream Day hosted by Clown Posse and DJ Carlito? I don't remember if I said that, but they are hosting main stage Friday night. And then Sir Mix-a-Lot. We all know ICP are huge fans of Sir Mix-a-Lot, so I don't know if Sir Mix-a-Lot has played a gathering previously or not. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's dope to see Sir Mix-a-Lot. Of course, everybody knows Baby Got Back, but I'm sure he'll be bringing out the old school at the request of ICP because they are such big fans of Sir Mix-a-Lot. And then, of course, headlined by Ouija Mac. Ouija Mac got his first headlining performance last year at the gathering of the Juggalos, and he's back headlining that bitch Friday night, and it's super dope. And this motherfucker should stay headlining gatherings for, until there ain't no more gatherings, basically. This is dope. I fuck with it. It's super deserved. We talked about that last year when he got it for the first time, headlining that bitch. But Ouija Mac headlining Saturday night. Love to see it. And then Saturday night, August 6th, Shaggy's Dream. Main stage hosted by Keegan the Creep and DJ Clay on the Empress. On the Nightmare stage, Big Silva's Road to the World Record will be going down. We got the MC contest and Miss Juggalette contest, so no performances during the day. ICP seminar will be going down during the day on Saturday. And a Palcast, live Palcast Bar S hot dog eating competition. Bar S, the cheapest fucking hot dogs you can get at the grocery store. Blech, fucking nasty. But anyway, main stage, Joke Your Mind stage, Saturday night, Shaggy, Two Dopes Dream Day, starting off with Trey Pound, Shaggy's little brother, Egyptian Lover, The Executioners, featuring the Future King. Shouldn't that be the Executioners featuring Large Professor? I think they got that one fucked up. But yeah. Executioners, Slick Rick, KRS-One, and then of course headlined by ICP to end out the gathering of the Juggalos. No late night performances. We do got the Juggalo Cypher music video shoot. And the Old School Hip Hop Jam, which I believe is hosted by DJ Clay as well. And then Star Wars movies throughout the whole fucking day. If you ain't never seen no Star Wars movies, shit, maybe on Saturday you could spend the whole fucking day watching Star Wars movies, because we all know how big of a fan Shaggy 2 Dope is when it comes to Star Wars. Now, the Gathering lineup. What do I think of the Gathering lineup this year? I don't know. To be honest, I could see why a lot of people are disappointed by this lineup. I mean, Sir Mix-a-Lot, Group Home, KRS-One, just a lot of old school shit that, quite honestly, nobody really gives a fuck about. At least in this fucking world, and in this underground wicked shit world, nobody gives a fuck about that shit, right? Like Onyx is cool because they just some hype motherfuckers put on a dope ass show. I don't know. I can see why people are disappointed. I'm not going, so no reason for me to be disappointed. But looking at the lineup, it is lackluster. kind of on par with last year's, but last year's got a pass because it was put on. They had like what, a month or two to put that shit together. They've been talking about the Gathering of Dreams since last year. But I mean, shit, we got Mikey Clark in the fucking house. Like, Mikey Clark is back. That's huge. Maybe Mikey Clark, this could be the foot in the door for Mikey Clark to come back and produce for ICP for the 6th Joker's card of the second deck. Because we all know he didn't get to do the first 6 Joker's card of the first deck. So maybe this could be his in. I mean, Legs Diamond is going to be there too. Like, when Mikey Clark, Legs Diamond, and ICP are in the studio together, that's like when some of the best shit happens, man. Going back to Riddlebox, Milenko, Jekyll Brothers, all that shit. It was Mikey Clark, ICP, and Legs Diamond on that shit. And then go to the second deck. Bang Pow Boom, Mighty Death Pop. That was ICP, Mike Clark, and Legs Diamond. Like, and those shits are bangers. So, yeah. I love seeing that shit. Of course, I've already talked about Ouija Mac headlining. That's fucking fire. Fat Nick and Puya, more of today's music in the underground. I know they're not technically wicked shit underground, but these dudes throw it the fuck down. I like seeing that. Esham's dope, of course. LSP, super famous Fun Time Guys, is super dope. McNasty gonna be in the building. Mad Max, Marinus of Players Lounge. So I guess it's kind of like a mix of like up and coming underground dudes and just old school hip hop shit that ICP love. And I mean, shit, it's their dream to put this shit together. One thing of note, and I'm glad I thought about it right now. If you remember, probably 5-6 months ago, ICP did the investigation of the rise and fall of Cottonmouth Kings, and Violent J said it would be his dream to get Cottonmouth Kings at the Gathering this year. Well, shit. Not saying that they didn't try, because I don't know. I'm sure they did try, but obviously there's no Cottonmouth Kings at the Gathering this year. No King Click, no D-Lo KMK bullshit. If I had to guess, right, if they did try, like if we're going to sit here and speculate, if they did try to get Cottonmouth Kings at the Gathering this year, I would have to imagine D-Lo's fat fucking head, that fat fucking ego that he's carrying around on his fucking shoulders, was just too fucking big and bloated for him to let that shit go and get back with Johnny Richter and anybody else that could do it. I mean, shit, maybe Johnny Richter said fuck that shit too. Who knows? But remember DJ Bobby B said he would be down if it was Violent J and Psychopathic handling that shit. So who knows if they actually tried to get Cottonmouth Kings at the Gathering this year. I would imagine they did after that whole fucking investigation. But I would imagine ego's got in the way, man. Egos just be getting in the way of a lot of shit lately. A lot of shit. And it's unfucking fortunate. But is what it is, right? I hate fucking saying it is what it is, because even though it is what it is, is what it is, right? Fuck's wrong with me, man. Fuck's wrong with me. But that's the Gathering lineup. I love seeing LSP headline. Love seeing Ouija headline. Of course, ICP performing. We actually did get some ICP news this week. Apparently, Violent J has been laid up in the hospital for the last month. Let's get into the official statement. ICP put out this statement this month. He said, "What's up, Juggalos? We just wanted to briefly address some rumors you might have heard recently regarding our big homie Violent J. First of all, who heard rumors? I ain't fucking hear shit from nobody. Like, where are the rumors? I ain't fucking heard nobody. I did ask where the fuck is Violent J? What is Violent J doing? Hope Violent J is good. Because we just haven't fucking heard from him or seen from him. They stopped doing the streams and all that shit. But I ain't heard no rumors about anything. But they go on to say a few weeks ago, the Duke was experiencing shortness of breath and went to the emergency room expecting there was an issue with his AFib, his heart failure. The good news that his heart is perfectly fine and healthy. Well, if he has AFib, I don't think it's perfectly fine and healthy, but it's not his heart. The bad news is Violent J has pneumonia. But have no fear, he's currently doing really well, and his doctor said he should be able to go home in the next 2 to 3 days. This was like Tuesday last week, so he should be out by now. He's feeling better and better with each passing day, and right now he's just soaking in all the much needed rest and relaxation while enjoying the company of his family. Sometimes it just takes a little pneumonia to remind you to slow down and enjoy the little things. I don't think so, but okay. But unfortunately, with Violent J spending most of the last month inside the hospital, the planned release of ICP's new EP, Pug Ugly the Stink Bug, has been pushed back to a yet to be determined date. But we assure you it will be well worth the wait. Now let's all send a few extra blessings and some positive karma over to our homie Violent J and help wish him a full and speedy recovery. I do wish Violent J speedy and fast recovery. I hope the dude's fucking doing well. You know, granted that through everything he's been going through this past year with going into treatment for pill addiction, finding out that he has heart failure, other shit that he was going on in his personal life. And yeah, I hope Violent J's doing good, man. I really do. Because without Violent J, I don't know what the fuck Psychopathic Records would be doing or anything like that. You know, would there be a gathering or anything like that, man? I don't know, but definitely get well soon to Violent J. And, you know, they did talk about the Pug Ugly, the Stink Bug EP, which is the second seed of Yum Yum, which was supposed to be released at the gathering this year, is not going to be released. So I guess with him being laid up for the last month, obviously he's pushing that back. It just, I don't know, is what it is. I'm surprised we got fucking the first seed on time. You know, it, how the fuck do I word this without sounding like an asshole? Because Violent J's sick. I'm just not surprised that these seeds just got pushed back at some point. You know, I feel like they get a little adventurous is not the word, but they love to announce shit and then shit just gets pushed back. But I'm sure we'll get it at fucking some point. Maybe it'll be pushed back to Hollow Wicked, and then Woe the Weeping Weirdo will be pushed back as well. But we'll just have to fucking wait and see. Still no word on the Monday single that was supposedly recorded a few months ago for the new Violent J EP. I forget what the fuck that shit's called off the top of my head. You gotta forgive me. It's fucking 11:30 at night, Sunday night. I gotta be up in damn near 6 hours. But yeah. Pug Ugly, the Stink Bug pushed back. Whatever. As long as Violent J's fine, I don't give a fuck, man. No reason to fucking put out bullshit or if they even got anything recorded. So yeah. Get well soon to Violent J. Basically what I want to get to in my tired fucking stammering over here. But gathering going the fuck down. And with Violent J being sick, I don't know if we're going to get an infomercial this year. That's the other thing I wanted to address. I don't know if we're going to get an infomercial. Usually they drop the infomercial that has the lineup, right? If I'm not mistaken, could be wrong, but I think that's how it usually goes. Like they drop the infomercial and then all the info with all the events going down at the gathering as well. So it's looking like because of Violent J having pneumonia, being in the hospital, we ain't getting no infomercial this year, but it is what it is. Them shits could be entertaining. But the real fucking thing we want anyway is the fucking lineup and who's performing and all that good shit. So yeah. But it's summertime, the gathering's going down. We got other festivals going down. Last week we talked about Lights Out 5, of course. Going down August 19th, the controversy with that big hoodoo being removed from Lights Out, being replaced by Dayton Family. I heard it's only bootleg of the Dayton Family performing, but kind of is what it is with that. We got the announcement this week of Gorefest, Lyrical Snuff Productions festival, 3-day festival that they do every year. This one's going down September 9th through 11th at the Roxy Theater, Denver, Colorado. 1-day pass, $20, 3-day pass, $40, free entry with valid military or out-of-state ID, which is fucking fresh. So yeah, Gorefest 2022 is going the fuck down September 9th through 11th. No lineup announced as of yet, but we do have the dates for it. And another festival going down this year, Manchester, New Hampshire, Lethal Weekend 5. The lineup is fucking crazy. August 26th, 27th, Jewel Music Venue in Manchester, New Hampshire. Like I said, we got Misery, King Gordy, Lloyd Banks is going to be in the fucking house, Bazaar of D12, Shaggy 2 Dope, DJ Clay, Light, Isham, Scum, and more. This is a fucking stacked fucking lineup from Lethal Weekend going down, along with Lights Out 5. I'm seeing a lot of people saying the lineups for Lethal Weekend and Lights Out are better than the Gathering lineup this year. That's up to interpretation, people's preferences and all that shit, but I probably say I don't disagree with that shit. I mean, Lights Out, we got Light, ABK, Blaze, Boondocks, Clay, Dayton Family, Project Born, Scum. Like, that's some fire ass shit right there. Lights, and then Lethal Weekend, just talked about it. I mean, Lloyd Banks being thrown into some Juggalo shit is fucking wild. I want to see how the crowd reacts to Lloyd Banks, like, coming on right before or right after King Gordy or some shit. Like, what the fuck? It's random as fuck, but dope as shit. I'm a huge G Unit fan. Love G Unit. Love Lloyd Banks. Classic shit from 02 to 05, especially. That run that they had was fucking so dope. And, but just random as fuck. But I mean, Shaggy, Isham, Clay, Light, Bizarre, Misery. Like, that shit's dope. Scum. Lethal Weekend throwing it the fuck down. Light throwing it down. I bet Gorefest is going to have a fucking dope lineup. I feel like we're in a good state right now with the Wicked shit. Like, there's a lot of dope shit in the underground Wicked shit space that we're in right now. A lot of dope shit. And it's fucking fresh, man. Really dope to see these festivals come together like that. Like, because, the mainstream got Coachella, South by Southwest. I think South by Southwest is more of an indie thing, but still, fucking whatever other fucking festivals. I know there's a shitload out there. I don't know because I don't pay attention to mainstream shit like that. But They got a ton of festivals, and it's only right that the wicked shit underground scene has a bunch of festivals. You know, this is our fucking scene, and we have the right to have our own festivals. But yeah, it's gonna be a festival ass fucking festive ass summer with all these festivals, and I like seeing it, man. Very fucking dope. All over the country too. You know, you get the gathering in the Midwest, lights out in Michigan, Lethal Weekend on the East Coast, Gore Fest in Denver. Fucking fresh. We just need something in the South. The South needs some kind of festival, you know. But yeah, fucking dope to see. Uh, we got we got some more shit to talk about. We got a lot more shit to talk about. We ain't even fucking close to being done yet. So if you're fucking still fucking listening right now, thank you. Let's keep it fucking going. Ouija Max Stalewind is coming out at the Gathering, and the official digital release date is August 5th. But Ouija Mac did put out a statement on Twitter, said Stalewind will be available at the Chapter 17 merch booth day 1 of the Gathering. If you gather, you will hear it first. So August 3rd, Ouija Max Stalewind will be available for purchase at the Gathering of the Juggalos. That's dope. And makes sense. But Stalewind is coming. We're just a little over a month away from the final element from Ouija Mac. Stalewind, the final element before Dark Planet. Oh, hyped as fuck for it. I stay hyped as fuck for it. And then Ouija Mac actually dropping today, Monday. Ouija Mac got the first official single for Stalewind dropping, called Fill the Space. The music video will be dropping today, or will be out by the time you listen to this, depending on what time you listen to it. But Monday, June 27th, the first single from Stalewind, Fill the Space, music video. Hyped as fuck for it. And Ouija Mac just stays killing it. And I love seeing it. And then keeping it Chapter 17 related, we talked about the Devereaux and DJ Chunk album a little while back. Like, that shit was coming. We got the official album cover for the album. Devereaux, DJ Chunk, Another Day in Hell. This cover's fucking fire. I love this shit. They got the third eye, devil horns, looking like devil ass motherfuckers. It will be available exclusively at the Gathering this year. It's, you know, I hate exclusive shit like that, but is what it is. DJ Chunk and Devereaux's album, I'm sure fucking it'll be uploaded everywhere, YouTube, all that shit. Maybe it'll get a digital release. I don't know. I don't know if they're just talking about hard copies only being available at the Gathering. Don't know, but I'm hyped as fuck to hear this album. Devereaux just murderous on the beats, and DJ Chunk slays the fucking ones and twos, the errors, if you will, and kills that shit. Features on there from Ouija Mac, of course. Darby O'Trill. Afro is on there. That was kind of a random one. And others. I'm hyped as fuck to hear it. Devereaux, DJ Chunk, Another Day in Hell, available exclusively at the Gathering. Keeping it Chapter 17 related. Shaggy the Airhead pre-orders for his album are up now through his website. We got bundles, whole fucking there's like 5 different versions of the album that, when put together, make an EP. I think we talked about this previously on the show, but featuring 30 different artists. We got the fresh all over print merch drop from Shaggy, the Airhead, and Lazy and Crazy. The album Grin to the Grave, pre-order. I'm gonna see if I can find uh the release date on the website for the album. So let's look for it. Damn, he got fucking pillows, basketball shorts, t-shirts, snapbacks, skate decks. That skate deck looked fucking fire. Not gonna fucking front. The Grin to the Grave CD featuring a whole bunch of motherfuckers. Ouija Mac, DJ Chunk, Gizmo, C to 6. God damn. Who else on that bitch? Project Pet on that motherfucker. God damn. Shaggy the Airhead. Devereaux. Star Fox LaFleur. King ISO. What the fuck? Darby O'Trill. Damn. This motherfucker got stacked ass fucking lineup. Holy shit. 5 different variants. Let's see. Please allow 6 to 8 weeks. So no official release date for it. It is a pre-order, no official date for it, but it says 6 to 8 weeks. So yeah, there's that. Shaggy the Airheads, Grin to the Grave is coming with a fucking stacked ass lineup. God fucking damn, son. And then we got Neon Sermon. This is Low Key's new group with Batty Bat and Crux One. Shit. Neon Sermon is dropping July 15th. 16th, I'm sorry, July 16th. The album, I think it's just Neon Sermon 001. Produced entirely by Seven. Shit. Low Key, of course, did the Cabal project with Mr. Gray and Buckshot that was produced entirely by Seven. And maybe that was the connection Low Key needed to get that Seven connection. But knowing that this album is produced by Seven got me hyped as fuck for it. I wasn't super impressed by the first single, but like I said, I want to hear it within the context of the full album. I want to hear how Batty Bat is incorporated into the full album. She was only just doing a couple screams on that first single. I'm hyped for it. Neon Sermon 001 dropping July 16th. Produced by Seven in its entirety. Fucking fire. Another new single coming out July 8th. Straight Jacket and James Garcia, formerly known as Young Wicked. The song is called Pushing Daisies, and it is coming out via Hypnotic Sound Studios and Killer Hustle. The single from James Garcia, Straight Jacket. I did see Young Wicked post up on Instagram saying that he recorded a bunch of shit with Straight Jacket. I don't know if they recorded a project together or what. But man, Straight Jacket really fucking pushing them boundaries to see what the fuck he can get away with. Working with Young Wicked. We know he's done shit with Twisted and Zool. And working with M&E and whatnot, but could this be the could this be the straw that breaks the camel's back? Working with Young Wicked like that, as far as like engineering for ICP or not? Hopefully not, because Straight Jacket does his fucking thing on the engineering tip. All Luigi shit sounds good. The shit that he did for ICP sounds good. Shit that he did for M&E sounds good. Straight Jacket's that dude on the, the behind the scenes making the shit sound right. And he's pushing the fucking limits. It's entertaining to watch, and we'll see where it goes from here. But Young Wicked, just bring Young Wicked back. Fuck the James Garcia shit, man. I'll say that, and I'll leave it at that. And then we got pre-orders officially for Insane Poetry's new album, Violent Art, are up on Lyrical Snuff's web store right now. LSP staying busy. They just dropped Darby's shit. They just dropped Cody Manson's shit. Insane Poetry's up next. Who the fuck knows what's coming after that? But LSP staying busy. Love to see it. They said they're dropping an album at the Gathering this year. I fucking love it. Love it, love it, love it. And then I left it for last this week. So that was all the news, new music, upcoming releases, and all that shit that happened last week. But the main story this week for me is 25 years of the Great Milenko. It's been 25 years since the Great Milenko. June 24th, 1997, Hollywood Records released ICP's Great Milenko, only to remove it from record store shelves hours later to cause a fucking media frenzy because they were trying to hide the fact that they signed such a controversial group. ICP would later sign to Island Records, re-release the album the way it was originally intended to, with all of the songs. The ones that were removed, I believe Under the Moon was removed. I think Netting Game and maybe Hallelujah or Boogie Woogie Woo. I forget. But it's been 25 years since the original release of the Great Milenko. And I have to talk about this shit, man. This is the album that changed my fucking life. Now, I want to plug it now before we dive in. A few weeks back, I did the 5-piece with the Goons Club Gallery on the Fago Lovers channel with Joker's Gallery, Mike Sears, and Luke the Goon, where we did our top 5 songs of the Great Milenko. So if you've already seen it, you know my top 5 from the Great Milenko. But we didn't talk about the whole album, and that's what the fuck I'm going to do right now. I did listen to it on Friday, which was the anniversary of the Great Milenko. I listened to it on my way home. And this album just does not get old. This is my favorite album of all time. Of any album from any genre, it don't fucking matter. The Great Milenko is my number 1 album of all time. If I'm going to an island and I can only have room for 1 CD, it's this one. It's just, this is what introduced me to ICP, the Dark Carnival, all that shit, almost 25 years ago. I didn't know of ICP June 24th, 97, but either late 97, early 98, I don't exactly remember when I found out about ICP from my cousin. And yeah, I fucking love this album, man. From intro to Pass Me By, it's a fucking classic. Let's break it down track by track with the intro narrated by Alice Cooper. Fan-fucking-tastic. Alice Cooper absolutely killed the intro on this shit. I love it. Haunting. It takes place in like some fucking redneck bar or something. They play the jukebox, and then Alice Cooper comes on and then talks about the prophecy of the Dark Carnival and the Great Milenko and all that shit. Just fucking fire. Great way to intro the album into the title track, Great Milenko. In my opinion, the best Joker's Card title track song. Like, you got Great Milenko, Jake and Jack Jekyll, Mighty Death Pop, Bang Pow Boom, fucking, Fred Fury, I don't know what the fuck. But this is the best Joker's Card themed song. I don't know how else to put it. I love this shit. ICP just kind of talking, not really rap, like talking on beat, talking about the Great Milenko. I love the hook. The beat is fucking fire. When I saw this shit being performed live at the 20th anniversary tour that they did 5 years ago, man, it's just fucking fire. Love that song, man. And then we got Hocus Pocus. We got that carnival sounding shit here on Hocus Pocus. Shaggy and Violent J fucking kill it. I love Hocus Pocus. I love the original. I know we just talked about this a couple weeks back when I put up Hocus Pocus against Chicken Hunting, but the OG version of Hocus Pocus is fucking fire. Great way to, just continue the album. And then we got Piggy Pie. Piggy Pie featuring Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols on the guitars. I do prefer the OG version that is on Forgotten Freshness because the lyrics are just so much more ruthless and brutal, uncensored. Fuck Hollywood Records for making them censor the shit. But I still fuck with the version that is on the Great Milenko album. It's not quite as good, but it's like almost as good. You know what I mean? Like if the OG version is a 10, this is a 9.9. Like I love Piggy Pie, either version. Both are dope as fuck. I just prefer the OG version on Forgotten Freshness, but the shit is hard as fuck. I mean, they're talking about killing cops and shit. What's there not to like, right? Right? And then we got How Many Times. How Many Times was one of my top 5. On the 5-piece. I guess I shouldn't spoil it any further than that, but the song was on it, just in case anybody hasn't seen it yet. How Many Times? Fucking fire. How many times will you steal my car stereo? It don't even work. You feel like a bitch, don't you? I love that shit, man. Just Violent J talking about, just a whole bunch of crazy shit on that track. Um, how many times do I have to walk in and just sit and have to listen and learn all this bullshit? Learning history and science? Fucking wait. Knowing that, will that put food on my plate? That shit is fire, man. Love How Many Times. Violent J kills that shit. Southwest Voodoo is a fucking banger. Love Southwest Voodoo. That shit, like, that's the type of shit that gets you up and dancing. They just be talking about voodoo shit, a head from a newt, a wing from a bat, tail from a snake, a wing from a bat, or I don't fucking know, man. I keep fucking the lyrics up. It is almost midnight right now, so give me a fucking break. Southwest Voodoo is a fucking banger. Halls of Illusions, great storytelling from ICP on this one. You got the Halls of Illusions. On one hand, this guy is on this fucking ride and he sees his family. They're all happy and shit. Well, back to reality, and your wife's on fucking crack and your daughter's got nut stains on her back and all that fucked up shit. Such a great song. Love Halls of Illusions. The video is fire for it. Featuring Slash of Guns N' Roses. Under the Moon. One of the best ICP songs ever. Just straight the fuck up. Great storytelling from Violent J on here, man. Just classic shit, man. Under the Moon, a kid who basically has a crush on a girl who is nice to the kid by just smiling at him in a hallway, and then he finds out somebody fucks with her, and then he kills him, goes to jail. He tries to stay in touch with her. She wants nothing to do with them, but they're still both under the moon. Love that shit. What is a juggalo? What is a juggalo? A hulkamaniac. He power bombs motherfuckers into thumbtacks. Love that shit, man. What is a juggalo is just a certified classic from ICP, man. Just funny as shit. And it's a juggalo anthem. It's a fucking fire ass track. Shaggy and Jay going back and forth on it. It's just classic shit, man. This whole album, just every fucking song on here is classic. But yeah. And then House of Horrors. I love this shit, man. You got Shaggy doing his fucking screaming on here. Jay doing the rapping. This shit is fire, man. House of Horrors is fucking fire. It's one of those things, if you watch the shockumentary back in the day, they had this beat playing in the background a lot in the shockumentary, and it's just a banging ass beat. Fucking fire. Boogie Woogie Woo. another banger, man. I fucking love this song. Maybe if not the best, but one of the best beats Mikey Clark has ever produced, in my opinion. Boogie Woogie Woo. That beat is fire. Again, great storytelling from Violent J. Shaggy doing his thing on here as well. I fucking love Boogie Woogie Woo, man. Just a fucking banger. The netting game. This is how a lot of people got on to ICP back in the day, via the netting game, or the dating game as it was called back in the mp3.com LimeWire days. If you were around, you know, like us old timers, and just funny shit. The netting game is what it is. They still perform it on stage to this day, and it's a fucking classic, man. I am a game show juggalo, and but I've been here since I've heard that song, and it's fucking banger, banger, banger. And then we got Hallelujah, Hallelujah, talking about like uh crooked priests, the ones that are on fucking TV, healing people. More great storytelling from Violent J. I love this shit. Pass the collection plate. That shit is fire. Love Hallelujah. Love the samples on that shit too. Apparently the samples are real on there, like the fucking the priest dude or whatever the fuck telling people to take their fucking wallets out before fucking anything else to donate and give to Christ. Wild shit that goes on in this spiritual religious game. Down with the Clown. Down with the Clown is another certified banger from ICP that they still perform to this day. Man, I mean, I don't know what to fucking say. It's down with the fucking clown. How could you forget about the fucking clowns? Or will you forget about the clowns? Is basically what they're asking in this song. It's a fucking banger. Love that shit. This one goes out to the ninjas that's been down since Carnival of Carnage. Nah, fuck that. Since Dog Beats. Nah, fuck that. Since Basement Cuts, motherfucker. That shit is fire. Love that song. And then we got Just Like That. Short song, but fucking sweet. To the point. Shaggy or Jay talking about getting picked up to go somewhere, ends up getting fucking shot at the end, which leads perfectly into Pass Me By. Pass Me By. If you didn't figure out what the sixth was after listening to this fucking song, I don't know what to tell you, because they fucking put that shit right there in front of your fucking face on Front Street on Pass Me By, man. Fucking banger. The shit makes me cry. After 25 years of living life, losing friends, losing family, this song just straight up makes me fucking cry, man. It's so hard to fucking listen to these days. It hits it right on the fucking head of the emotional roller coaster, if you will. Just a classic fucking song. A great ender to a concert when they do perform it live. Great way to end the show. I don't know what else to say about Pass Me By without thinking about it too much and ended up fucking crying right here, right now. But man, the Great Milenko, 25 years of the Great Milenko. Happy fucking birthday to the Great Milenko. Thank you to ICP for making the Great Milenko. Thank you to ICP for everything that you have done for me for the last 25 years, introducing me to Twisted, Blaze, Esham, fucking, ultimately Ouija Mac and all this other shit in the underground that ain't even directly related to ICP that I may have not otherwise found if it wasn't for ICP. I'm forever grateful, forever thankful, regardless of what some people might interpret as me spitting hate on shit when I criticize some shit. Don't ever get it fucked up that if it wasn't for these guys, Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope, I don't know if I would be here today without them. So thank you for everything. I'm acting like they fucking retired or something. We know that they're far from retired, but it's like we gotta give the flowers, man. Gotta give the flowers. Gotta give the props and all that shit. Don't ever fucking get it fucked up that I'm not appreciative, thankful, grateful for all that shit. And then thankful and grateful for the people that are continuing the wicked shit, putting out the music in this scene, putting on these festivals, giving us this dope ass music in the scene. There's so many artists I fuck with these days. And it's music is the soundtrack to one's life. Depending on, it's all time. When I think of Great Milenko, I think of certain people. I think of a certain time or time periods. When I think of other albums, there's other albums from underground artists like in this wicked shit underground scene that just bring me back to a certain time, maybe some fucked up shit that I was going through or some dope ass fun shit that I was doing at the time. Like music, without music in general, I don't know if I'd be here, man. Music is motherfucking therapy. And I just stay thankful and grateful and all that shit. Thank you to all the people that put out dope music for me to enjoy. If I fuck with you, you know it because I talk about it on the fucking show. And yeah. Happy fucking birthday to the Great Milenko. Thank y'all for tuning in this week. Much fucking love. I want to send a shout out to everybody that sent in feedback on last week's show on whether if I should change the format or not. It seems like everybody likes the format. I ain't got no complaints on the format. So that's dope. Thank you. I appreciate just as much the listeners of this show and, the supporters of my social media pages and all that shit. Even if they don't, some people only follow the social media pages and not listen to the podcast. Don't care. It's all support one way or another. I appreciate it. I love you. Thank you. Again, I would hug you if I could, but I can't right now. If I see you in person and you want a hug, even if you smell like shit, I'll give you a hug. I'm Roll Bone of the Beneath the Dirt podcast, and until next time, I'm out. Peace.